Hello viewers, thank you for joining me. Jean here with more Mars anomalies and artifacts. Found another dome-shaped object and some structures on Mars. It's another Saturn Ark RaptorZone collaboration. I'll include the link to Saturn Ark's channel in the video description below. This is the HiRISE photograph we'll be taking a look at. I'll include the link as always in the description below. And some details: the acquisition date 10th of July 2008 at 2x2 binning with a resolution of about 50 centimeters per pixel, so relatively high definition. The JP2 black and white map projected file, just over half a gig, and I'll be showing you images cropped from that file. So this is the area we'll be looking at. This is from the low-res JPEG, just to give you an idea of what that area looks like. The first anomaly is right there in the center of the screen. Very odd-looking structure, straight edges, very flat sides, with an apex running across the top, sort of parallel to this side over here. So could this be a type of a shelter, perhaps, or an underground entranceway? Maybe a type of an outpost. And then over there, to the right of the screen, you've got this really odd-looking crater. Check at that crater there, similar in size to this one. But what makes this one different is this rather strange opening that I found, and I try to brighten it, and it's really dark in that opening. I can't make out any detail in there. So could this be another type of underground entranceway or the like? Maybe a type of a mine, or maybe even a cave entrance. And then another one of these very large, what looked like a pyramid structure with really flat surfaces and straight edges coming to a nice apex in the center over there. So this is it zoomed in, and it looks really smooth, and it's very similar to another pyramid that I found in one of my previous videos. So I encourage you to please check out some of my previous videos in which I feature these pyramids and strange structures. And then this rather strange geology. What made this look anomalous to me is this really straight line running through the center, this really oval shape, that sort of crescent shape structure or anomaly on the top there. And then inside here, these features look really different to the surrounding geology. So could this have been another mine, perhaps? I have no idea, but it looks really unnatural. And then this really long, narrow, smooth line running across the surface over multiple features, really flat. And then it comes to this really strange end over here. It's almost as if this part of it is lifted off the surface somehow. So is this possibly carved or scraped into the surface? And then really odd looking megaliths, maybe even parts of machinery or craft or vehicle there in the middle of the screen, and then just slightly to the left. So taking a look at those objects lying over here, something seems to have possibly impacted here or toppled over. Could these be machine parts, some type of a wreckage lying in this area? And then just towards the left, we've got this really strange inverted S type of object, and that larger narrow piece coming over the top with what looks like a circular opening over there on the one side. So could this be another type of shelter or entranceway, or is it just possibly some debris sort of half buried in the sand? It looks like a little dome-like feature there and there. And there's a really strange hole towards the left of this rather bright object. Looks like it's metallic. And then over here, just towards the left in the center of the screen there, found this really strange looking wreckage perhaps. Got this rather odd piece that comes up at a 90-degree angle with this larger piece, and it's bent into that rounded shape, really straight edges, and another right angled layer on top of this. It looks like a piece of sheet metal that's been ripped apart and bent, and then another really strange looking piece on the top, that really narrow straight piece sticking out towards the right over there. And then this over here also looked rather out of place, a really long narrow piece running under this archway over there. So that too looks very unnatural. Could this be part of wreckage perhaps? And then these rather odd looking craters. Check out this really straight structure running across this opening. Could this be a type of a wall perhaps? Because if you look at the way these craters have been formed, you'd expect this to be a little shallower perhaps, or maybe a little bit deeper in the hole. But look how really shiny and flat that surface is. Could this be some type of structure? Check out the ridge over there, 90-degree angle, and you've got this rounded piece sticking out towards the left. So it looks rather artificial. And then some more grid-like structures, specifically over here towards the right, and it looks very similar to the grid-like features that I have featured in previous videos. Check that out. The really parallel lines, right angles, 45-degree angles, a lot of geometry in these lines. Also very suspect. And in my opinion, I don't think that's natural. Only speculating, I could be wrong. And then over here, some more of those right angles, straight lines. Look at that anomaly over there. It looks like top of a rectangular opening. Then towards the left there seems to be a pipe sticking out towards the left, and it bends to the right and then left again, and there's some dark material lying over the top of this long rectangular narrow piece running along there, but like another small wheel disc-like object over there. It's what looks like a small little dome. Another pipe sticking out towards the top, and then it makes a sort of a bend and then runs over this sort of a block. Looks like a cube, a square cube. Check at the flat sides. There's one side there, another one over here, and that's the top of it over there. And then some really strange looking pipes and debris lying around this. Even here in this opening, we've got a strange little object with a donut-like feature on it. There too, really straight edge. It also looks layered. There's a larger piece on the top. Could that be some type of shelter or entrance? And then here too, that really strange looking M-shaped opening. So really smooth edges. And then this just looks like there's a lot of geometry in these lines. So I'll be focusing on these anomalies here. Just want to see where it is in this part of the photo. I reckon it's over here. No, it's over there. Yep, it's right there. I've zoomed in up close on those anomalies. There's what looks like a little ball, and another piece over here. Some more domes or spheres, sort of like a number 8, and it almost looks as if it's floating above the surface from the shadow that's being cast. And then multiple layers of these would look like destroyed, ripped up and bent metal plates or sheets. Right there. So what could that be? And then this area here too looks as if it's sort of been machined in some way. Here's the top part zoomed in, and check at these lines. They look almost like piping, and over here it looks as if it's casting a shadow. So could it be just running above the surface, and then over there it's raised enough to leave a shadow? Or could these just be normal cracks in the bedrock. Some geometry over there, and then the bottom part zoomed in, we've got this really straight line running diagonally across. It also seems to be casting a shadow over here. It's definitely running above this feature over here. So could that be another pipe? And then I just found this rather strange too. Really straight lines. Looks like another pyramid shape here. And then lots of lines crossing. Not the typical sort of cracks that you find in bedrock. These are coming from multiple directions. And then this here too, really flat. There's two of them, a smaller one on top, and really straight edges. And I guess if you'd view that from the top, this would be almost 90 degrees. And then the cherry on the cake, right there is what looks like a dome or sphere-like object, and a wall. It looks like maybe a type of a wall or opening over here. So let's check out that sphere or dome. I've measured it across, it's about 15 meters in diameter. I've also brightened that area over there and couldn't find much detail. So I'm speculating that that could be a sphere or a dome-like object, and it might be unnatural. And then this opening over here, look at the really straight edge. And then we've got what looks like a pipe running along the edge, coming down here. And also I've brightened that up, and from what I can see, this looks like another entrance way. And also I'm not sure if that could be just natural. Looking at the other geology, there's lots of rounding in these edges, and this is really straight. I'd say that's about 30 meters or 40 meters in length. So what are the chances of that happening in nature? Okay, thank you for watching. That's it for these anomalies, and then in the next 2 or so episodes we're looking at more what looked like toppled structures, megalithic rocks, or parts of statues, structures or buildings. Get that there. And then also another one of these Asimov wall type of structures found in Serenum Fossae. So the next couple of videos we'll be checking out these anomalies, and also what looked like craft, vehicles, possibly wreckage or parts of machinery. So very strange that there's another area that looks a lot like Asimov. Check out the megalithic blocks. Also looks as if they've come loose, dislodged from the side and fallen out. And it looks as if the edge is also covered in a really bright material like concrete or plaster. And then check out these really geometric and symmetrical objects. What could those be? So to make sure you catch the next video or so, subscribe, turn on notifications if you haven't, and if you have done so, thank you very much. Welcome to my channel. To my regular viewers and subscribers also, thank you for supporting me and for the kind comments. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Keep well for now.